Well, good morning, everybody. It is October the 25th. It's a little after 4 a.m. and we've got the old Tacoma just loaded down this morning, and we are headed west. We're going to the great state of Iowa. I have been waiting on this tag for several years. I think I bought my first point in 2018. Check this out. We're loaded down in here too. Bought my first point in 2018. And probably could have drawn last year. I just didn't have all my ducks in a row, but I was ready to go this year. We've got 3 weeks to get it done. If we kill and have time left, we're going to go to as many states as we possibly can. But Iowa's the sole focus. Haven't been out there to scout. I've done minimal map research. We're going to figure it out when we get there. I'm so looking forward to it. But let's get this 12 or 13 hour drive knocked out. Let's go, boys. Bow hunt or die. Guys, I've been waiting a long time to say this, but we made it to Iowa. This has been a long time coming. 2018 is when I bought my first points, and man, was that drive pretty brutal. Took a little over 14 hours, which I'd stopped several times, killed almost an hour at Cabela's. But you need to break up those drives that are that long. You've got to break them up. But we don't have a whole lot of time before dark. I'm going to drive around this piece of public as much as I can and just see if I can lay eyes on any deer. But the game plan is to find us a place to pull off tonight. We're going to sleep in the truck. And then in the morning, I may pop in and scout a few of these places, but I just want to get eyeballs on as many of them from the road as I can to get an idea of, where people are hunting, what these pieces actually look like, because the map only gets you so far. But man, it feels awesome just to say we are in Iowa. First place, I stopped here to glass and I just saw like 135 or 140 inch buck right here on public. All right, it's October the 26th. This is like my first real day here in Iowa. And it's about 1 o'clock. I have spent the entire day just driving around looking at places. This is the first time I've hopped out anywhere. I'm gonna see if I can speed scout a few of these places that look good to me on the map. Now that I kind of have a feel of what things look like. Still got some more places I want to drive to and look at. But see if we can get a camera out or something. Well, good morning, guys. It is here. Sweet November 1st, and I am in Iowa. I still can't believe I'm saying that, but it is my 7th day here in Iowa, and this is only going to be my second first morning hunt. I have scouted my butt off up until this point, put a lot of miles on the boots, and found several good areas, but we're going back to the same area I hunted last night. Didn't see a deer, but the buck sign in that place is incredible. It's basically a long point that sticks out into this marsh, and man, it's way better than anything else I found. The downside is it is so hard to get to. I accessed from a different way last night and thinking it was easier. It was definitely not easier. So we're going to try and get in there hopefully before shooting light. It's about 5:15 right now. I think shooting light's like a little after 7, but it's going to take us an hour at least, I think, to get in there. But we'll see you in a tree here shortly. Hopefully we can have us a good hunt this morning. Bow hunt or die, baby. Well, that was cool. Scent lock heated vest is a game changer. I know that word gets thrown around a lot, but it's the single best piece of hunting clothes that I've got. If you don't have a heated vest, get one. It allows me to bring lighter clothes. Saved my butt on many occasions. It's lightly insulated. I wear it on the outside sometimes too. Then you just plug in a little power bank. We're probably gonna hang in here till, I don't know, 11, 12. And then get back and make a decision for this afternoon. Alright, I'm gonna complain a little bit for just a second, but this place beats anything that I have ever seen in hunting out of state. I've been to several different states. There's trail cameras literally everywhere you go. And there's so many people hunting these places. It's incredible. And the peak of the pressure is just now getting here. You know, first week of November is when most people show up. And I can't imagine what it's going to be like over the next 7 days. Well, I picked the wrong spot. I've got a camera about 2 draws over. It's about 400 yards as a crow flies. And look, I don't know if you can see that, but pretty big 8-point. That's he's probably pushing 140 inches. I would shoot him, but it's the draw closest to the point that I've hunted the last 2 sits. But if I'd have been on that point, I wouldn't have killed him either. I'd have had to been in the bottom. And the wind probably would have been swirling a little bit, but it's a good sign. I still think there's one even bigger in here. The sign over there is incredible. Holy crap, they're coming out of the woodwork. I got that picture of that tall 8-point over there, and then I just saw it looked like a big 8-point going across this CRP. Not headed this way, but I know roughly where he was bedded out here. Just rattled to get his attention just to see. I mean, if he's coming from that way, there's no way he's looping around here to get my wind. Another deer could, but not him. I just gotta figure out a way to kill one of these stupid things. Well, it's always something. We're having to call an audible. As I was loading the truck this morning, I set my boots down behind the truck and forgot to put them in there. Didn't realize it till I just got done doing that interview, was getting ready, no boots. So I'm driving almost 30 minutes back to the house. It's gonna be daylight by the time I get there. I don't know what we're gonna do, but idiot, so stupid. Well, I think forgetting my boots may have worked out good, because when I came back, I checked that other access I wanted to go in last night that there was a local parked. He was actually sitting here taking a nap in his truck, and I talked with him. So I'm actually getting to get closer to where I saw that buck last night. So we're going to be late getting set up, but we might be in the game a little bit more. So let's see if we can sneak in here. Okay, we found home for the night. I almost turned around and I ended up pushing in a little further. We're at the very back of this little marsh. There's a little low spot right here. You'll see it when we get up the stand, but it's coming off a private. I'm only about 50 yards from private. I think these deer are going to be coming off of the private onto the public. There's a really nice big rub right over here that's not very old at all. There's one a little bit older down in the marsh. I almost didn't come this far because I was crossing a lot of crossing trails on the marsh, but I just really wanted to get back here because when you get to the back, there's like a little, say 50-60 yard strip of cover that runs along the border of the private. It just sets up really good for cruising travel. It's a beautiful looking spot. The only downside is I'm having to get in this hickory right here. I'm gonna get up there right about where it splits because I need to be able to shoot down to the marsh. There's a trail that comes off up here, comes right down in front of the tree. And judging by that rub, I'm assuming there's trails running up above me here too, which I think will have a really clear shot to there. So I like it. Who knows if we even see a deer, but I like it. That's what matters. There's some fresh grapes right back here. This little cluster of trees in the bottom of the marsh. So there's activity back here. Let's just hope we see some of it. There's been hunting pressure in the area, but I don't think they've been coming to right here. I think they've been staying back towards the truck. And then I've hunted way out here on this ridge too. And there's tons of buck sign going out this ridge, and I mean big buck sign. They gotta be coming from somewhere. So let's get settled in. It's about 1:45 right now. We got 3 hours and 20 minutes till sunset, so call it 3 hours 45 minutes till the end of legal. Let's go up a tree. If there's one thing worth a loud wrapper, Christmas tree cake. Not only Christmas tree cake, but it's the jumbo Christmas tree cakes. Had a box floating around in my truck ever since I left home. I haven't been bringing them with me, but I was leaving the truck this afternoon and I saw them. I was like, I'm going to take one of those and eat it when I get in the tree. My two buddies, one of them shot one on the first sig, killed a nice 8-point. The other one shot one and didn't find it, and he's back out hunting now. I've been the odd man out on the struggle bus. They both have been here several times scouting too, but, you know, we're not making excuses. I've been on the struggle bus. Well, that's probably the biggest deer that I've ever let walk. Might regret it, but my first reaction wasn't shoot. There's bigger deer in here. Well, good morning, everybody. We are in the heat of it here in Iowa. It is November the 6th, and these next, 5 days or so is generally just the best anywhere you go. And to make matters even better, I scouted on my way out yesterday morning and found a dynamite looking spot, left a camera, and got an absolute giant on it about 2:45 this morning. Obviously, you probably never see that during the daylight, but it just is a good little reminder of what's running around here in Iowa. And during the rut, anything is possible. That coyote better realize how lucky he is that it's November the 6th. And we're chasing a big deer in here. I don't want to take a chance of shooting him. And the deer getting spooky in here, so. And him dying somewhere right here. Well, it's 8:39, and there's what appears to be a couple like 2-3-year-old bucks running a doe over here. I can't get a good look at them. They're at the head of this drainage on the side of the ridge. I just get bits and pieces of antler. I don't think it's any shooters or anything, but I'd like for them to push her right down through here. Get a good look at them at least. I can't get any footage of them. I was about to completely ride off this drainage. I was about to pop over into the next one and looked up and saw a really good buck. He's locked with a doe up there. They're just walking in circles. And he's like really borderline. I think he's just a 3-year-old. But he's a really nice 10-point, almost a 6x5. He's just got a little nub on his left side. A nice 2-year-old, 8-point it looked like. Man, when you can hear them for so long before you see them, I mean, you end up with a dead set in your mind. It's a 170. He's still grunting. don't know if it's the same buck from yesterday that was with that doe, but there is a buck that is following this doe. I mean, just, they're both walking back and forth in this bottom. He's not a shooter. He's a nice deer, but he's not a shooter. I can't really get a good look at him, but she must be like in heat or getting ready to let him breed her. Or maybe he hasn't been breeding her, I don't know, but could be a live decoy situation. That's what I'm hoping. Fun fact, I have never, ever shot a big deer off a doe like that. Because it's normally absolute chaos and it just like that. And it just never works out, but that hunting pressure, that guy hunting in here's kind of messed with me a little bit because I've got that big deer and I just can't move around like I want to. I think he's living over there close to where he's hunting and I don't want to step on his toes. Now if a big one does that, we'd be cooking with peanut oil. Alright guys, it is 1:38 and I've killed way too much time scouting. I got out of a tree 2 hours ago and I'm not even out of the woods yet, but just been trying to understand this spot and where I need to be. I got this bottom right here. You can probably see it. Leads out into the marsh here. And I got the picture of that giant about 150 yards that way. And I haven't shown you guys a lot of this sign. I've taken pictures of it on my phone, but like, look at those rub. I mean, look at that rub. I'm staring in here. There's a bunch up through here. Some here. So they're coming out of the marsh and either going up the ridge or up the bottom. I just hung a stealth cam right there. Just to, I mean, all this isn't him. Some of this sign's too low to the ground and just not his. But I'm trying to get an idea of what else is in here and how I need to hunt it, you know. I'm speechless. Man, it wasn't like that was a big deer. That was a mature deer. It's the first one I've seen. If I pick a tree 15 yards further up the hill, he's dead. And I should have, because the head of that ditch is right there. He come up, walked up, and went back out the ridge that way. So close. That was a giant deer. Good morning, everyone. It is November the 13th. And I'm going to tell you, I got rejuvenated a little bit last night, even though I had a pretty tough hunt. As I'm headed back to the truck, I get a picture on my trail camera, and it's the giant. He was on the camera about 30 minutes after shooting light in this bottom, and I requested a video, and it looked like he was like on a doe, but there was no doe that come through, you know, before that. Well, it wasn't 30 minutes, and I got a video of like 3 or 4 bucks, including him, chasing that doe. You know, it was just chaos. So this morning we're going to go in there. We're going to stay on that ridge. I mean, he was on that ridge in daylight yesterday. I kind of feel like we either kill him this morning or we don't kill him at all. You know, we've got this morning and 2 more pretty much, and he's going to be locked down with that doe for a few days. But there's other good deer in here. We've got multiple big ones, so it's not like it's him or bust, but I would love to have an opportunity. I feel like this morning is going to be hero or zero. That we either going to have an amazing hunt, you know, with seeing a bunch of bucks, or it's just going to be like there's not a buck on the planet, is what I feel like. We're about to go full-blown pack mule, but we're prepared to sit all day, and it's supposed to rain later. Everybody thinks filming a hunt is fun until you have to carry all the crap in. That's enough stuff to film a hunt, climb a tree, and feed myself and keep myself warm in 40-degree temps and 15-mile-an-hour winds. It's just 9:30, but I am strongly considering just going ahead and moving. It'll probably take me 45 minutes by the time I tear all this stuff down and get set up again, but I'm beginning to think it would be worth it. Well, we're in another tree. Close to where I got the pictures of that one last night just after shooting light, but it's the one spot I feel like they're going to walk really close to this tree. The downside is swirling winds, and I'm absolutely beside myself because the place I've hunted the last 2 mornings and had that, you know, that real big one come within about 40 yards and didn't have a shot. I have a camera down in the bottom from that about 250 yards in the back of a little marsh. Let's see if you guys can see this. Look at that. Absolutely gorilla. Walked by the camera at 8:30. Walked by the camera at 9:30. What do you do? I considered going over there and getting on the ridge above it, but you don't know where he went, and I don't want to risk spooking him. But we're going to sit over here. Just a matter of time before one pops right here on daylight. You know, I hadn't had a shooter on that camera, the one he walked by the whole time it's been up, and that's been 2 weeks. So they just on the prowl. You just got to be in the right place, and I felt like this spot at least gives me somewhat of an opportunity of them walking close to my tree. We just got to overcome the wind thing, and hopefully it's doing the right thing at the right time. I'm gonna throw up. I had him at 36 yards, which is exactly what my second indicator is. And was way too calm on that shot. And it hit like that much low. I'm so mad. And I think I hit him too, but it's that much too low. I knew how important that shot was. Like, I knew it in the moment, like, this is my opportunity. You don't get those on public. I'm trying to watch this footage back better. I might puke. I hit him. Looks like brisket. You can tell it's coming out like dead to bottom, like it was only in him very little. I mean, you guys have seen it probably better than me at this point, but I'm gonna get down and look at this arrow. It's raining. Like, this is probably gonna be a dog situation if that arrow's covered. I need to get back and watch it on the computer, but I'm gonna go down here and check the arrow. Guys, I am so mad and heartbroken. There was no blood on that arrow, but it's also raining. Quite a bit of hair. I mean, there's not blood to follow, like it's a dog situation. If I think there's any chance that it's lethal, I just need to go look at the footage on the computer. It's this perfect shot as you get on a freaking booner. 36 yards, broadside. My second pin on my bow is 36. I was very calm. Had that second pin on the deer's heart, and it hit that much underneath my pin. Normally it would hit above just a little bit. Speechless. Okay, just got back to the house and looking at the video here and sending it to anybody and everybody that has an opinion that I trust. And I'm gonna say there's like a 2% chance that we got this deer. He's not dead yet. I think because of his angle, I don't think there's a chance we really touch the heart. I think at best case it'll be like a diaphragm, liver. Probably going to need a dog, and it's probably going to be 24 hours from now. But I'm working on lining all that up. We'll see. The deer that big, you've got to do everything possible to try and recover him. So keep you updated along the way. It's going to be a rodeo, that's for sure. Well, it is the morning after shooting that buck, and man, I've been absolutely beside myself, as you can imagine, on a deer that size. But I've got a dog tracker. I'm gonna meet him over there at 7:30. It's almost 5:30 now, and I still don't feel good about it. To me, I think I just cut the meat on his chest, more or less. I've sent it to everyone imaginable, and the opinions are all over the map. The dog trackers, I talked to 2 different ones, sent them the video. Neither one of them feels good about it, which I don't know how you could watch that and feel good about it. I will say, if I'm trying to find the positive, we got a big broadhead. We got a 2-inch hole, 3-blade going through him. And he come in on a doe and left without her, like made the decision to leave without her. And at the end of that video, you could see him walking away, his tail's tucked, like his posture is kind of funny, you know. I don't think we're going to find the deer, but we got to give it every chance possible. I mean, that deer's a giant. I knew he was a giant from the trail camera videos, but I mean, I think that deer's 190 inches or better. Like, it's just, I don't know that they make 9 points any bigger. And he's got some extra junk on him too. But we're gonna go and access from the north, so we don't have to worry about crossing that river, because he was kind of angling away from it. I think he'd lay down in that grass somewhere. And then if he lays down and he does get back up and cross back across and go up into the timber, odds are he's okay anyway. But we'll see how it goes, and we'll take both GoPros. Not sure how much I'll film, but I will get part of it, and we'll see what it turns out to be. Well, just got back to the truck. As you guys can probably imagine, no deer, no blood, no deer. Dog was able to follow the track for 50 yards maybe, just didn't, there's no blood, you know, and no reason to believe that that deer is going to die, which was what I thought to begin with. Trying to debate on what I want to do now. I think I'm gonna go pull a few trail cameras I've got in some of these outside areas, and then I definitely have to get a hotel for at least tonight. Just deciding if I want to hunt this evening and tomorrow or not, but I'm gonna think it over. It's gonna take a little while to process this one. That deer is gonna haunt me for life. It's tough, but appreciate you guys watching. It's been a ride for sure. Okay, it is about 1:05 or 1:08, sorry, and I've been chewing on this decision all day on what I wanted to do. I mean, I've been absolutely beside myself, as you can imagine. You know, I've got every emotion in the book, mostly just heartbreak. I mean, I am straight up heartbroken and severely disappointed. Like, not an emotional person whatsoever, but you could shed a tear over this. Like, it's that serious. But the way I see it is, I was planning on leaving Saturday morning. It's Thursday afternoon. This deer's, I'm gonna be spending a lot of mental bandwidth on this deer for the rest of my life. There's no sense in me tucking tail and just headed home and just be disappointed. You know, this is Iowa. I'm not gonna get to come back here for 5 or 6 years. I'm gonna hunt this evening. Probably only gonna get a couple hours in, and then we're gonna have all day tomorrow, and then we're gonna head home. Well, the sun is setting on my Iowa bow tag, and man, has it been a grind, but it has been everything I could have ever dreamed of. I'm coming home without a deer, but I'm not coming home empty-handed. I got the full experience. I got an opportunity that everyone dreams that they would get, and it just didn't go our way. Not sure how much of it that you guys are going to see, but I mean, it was a full 21 or 22 day. I don't know exactly how many grind. It was a lot tougher than I expected for large chunks of it, but you know, we were able to put some stuff together and get on some big deer. Had the opportunity to buck of a lifetime. Just didn't get it done, but I'll be back as soon as possible. Be several years, but it was a good time. I appreciate you guys tagging along. Until next time, bow hunt or die.